Hello, beautiful wellness seekers. I'm Liz Moser, and I'm a Mayo Clinic and National Board Certified Health and Wellness Coach. Last week, I explored my thoughts on first base goals, my name for small, achievable daily action versus home run goals, or those challenging to sustain for the long-term activities, and how first base goals are what it takes to build long-term lifestyle changes. Yep. Last week was about baseball, how it relates to wellness coaching and goal setting. I also promised to look at my previous 4.5 years, here they are, of nightly checklists and show you how I've been using first base goals this entire time and how even though I might increase the time or intensity of a habit, it still feels like a first base goal. As I found out when I went through my stack of checklists, that was a bit of revisionist history or a glorified interpretation and kind of just downright incorrect in some cases. So I used meditation as an example in last week's vlog. And yep, that is a perfect example of small incremental increases in difficulty as I needed and was ready to adjust to a new notion of what a first base goal is. So as it got more accessible, I upped the intensity incrementally. And I'll go into more details in a minute. But there were other habits where I was all over the map, putting them on, taking them off the list, just taking shots in the dark and missing them entirely on many days. But first things first, a quick history of my meditation habit. Here it is. So meditation has been on my checklist since day one, October 30th, 2017. At first, I just wrote in how many minutes I meditated, so I wasn't committing to a specific amount of time. But when I look back, it was either 10 minutes or 0 minutes, which is not very wellness coachy of me, right? Because now I counsel my clients to do at least a minute or 30 seconds instead of skipping, right? Do something. But I wasn't a coach, and I wasn't working with a coach back then. Then, 3 months later, on February 5th, 2018, I changed to meditating first thing in the morning. I made that specific stipulation. I noticed that I prefer meditation in the morning, and if I didn't meditate first thing, it may or may not have happened. When meditating first thing became a habit, it slowly faded off my list, but meditation remained. Then, on January 1st, 2020, I jumped to 2 20-minute sessions. 2 things to note. I meditated for 10 minutes a day from October 30th, 2017 to December 31st, 2020. Small things changed from no specific time committed to first thing in the morning to explicitly committing to 10 minutes. That's all. Just 3 small incremental shifts in habit intensity in slightly over 3 years. That's textbook first base goaling. If goaling isn't a word, it should be. By the time I bumped it to 2 20-minute sessions, I had the time because I was in a no TV watching phase, and B, I was way more than ready after 3 years for the jump in time. Also, I have always wanted to be a twice daily meditator. And now I am. On the other hand, the habit that was not a first base goal, more of a home run goal, my wake up at 5 a.m. And if I'm honest, the entire creation of my morning routine, it was fits and starts, trial and error, and you could tell it was just me doing my best without much goal setting skills or any coaching support. So why I was just so gentle with myself on the meditation piece and less so with my morning wake up time and my morning routine is kind of a puzzle. But anyway, 5 a.m. was on my checklist on November 6, 2017, or my second week of checklists. Mind you, I had quit sugar, flour, and alcohol in mid-September, and here I was adding meditation and busy reinventing my morning routine as well. I would have counseled a much gentler, slower approach if I were my coach back then. Oh well, I learned through trial and error. And this is kind of a don't do what I did story, okay? So then on November 6th, 5 a.m. appeared on my nightly checklist. And I only woke up one day that week at 5 a.m. 6 days I slept in. So when you miss an action 6 out of 7 days, universe is kind of telling you it's not a first base goal and you need to reassess. These checklists aren't for wishes. They are for your essential habits you feel you very confident you can accomplish. The following week, I missed 5 a.m. 5 times. And the week after, November 27th, I edited my checklist to read 5:30 a.m. instead of 5 a.m. And I only missed waking at 5:30 a.m. one time. Was I getting closer to a first base wake-up time goal? No, because the week of December 25th, I slept in 6 times. Then I took any waking time off my nightly checklist for 2 weeks. Taking it off to reassess was a great call. As a coach, looking back, I support that decision 100%. Until June 11th, 2018, my wake time swung from not on my list at all to 5 a.m. to 5:30 a.m. and I slept in 1 to 4 times each week. Not great stats. I really finally got tired of that song and dance and created a 10-week calendar challenge commencing June 11th, 2018. Here it is. So for 70 days or 10 weeks, I didn't miss a day, which cemented my wake at 5 a.m. habit, done and dusted. This vlog was supposed to be a trip down memory lane where I showed you my perfect checklists and my first base achievable goals I'd had on my list for 4+ years. Okay, that's true for meditation's sake and some of the other habits, but it's a big fat no for my morning wake up time and several other habits. If I had been my client, I would have counseled several options for this situation of wanting something but consistently not achieving it, like my 5 a.m. wake up time. So 3 options. Option 1, commit to no specific wake time. Instead, write down what time you wake up and then record the morning efficiency and how stressed you felt in the morning and throughout the day. So keep notes about how the day goes and your morning routine for each particular wake time. Maybe I would have found out that 6 a.m. works tremendously, or maybe it's 5 a.m. or nothing else will do, which is kind of what I figured out. Collect the info. Make a more informed decision down the road. That's option 1. Option 2, pick a doable, easy time. Would it have been 6 a.m., 6:30 a.m., 7 a.m.? I'm not sure what that would have been. Pick it and commit to it for a month or 3 months until it feels easy, and then wake slowly earlier and earlier, inching back in authentic first base goal fashion. That's option 2. Option 3, do what I ultimately did. Create a calendar challenge when you know without a doubt that you want to add an action to your daily routine and you're missing the mark periodically. Commit to a 10-week calendar challenge. It focuses you. There's nothing like crossing off day after day. Nothing like it. So calendar challenges work for me every time. And I will put a link to my calendar challenge vlog in the video description below. That's option 3. So there you go. 3 approaches. Record and observe. Start incredibly easy and slowly inch up the intensity. And 3, calendar challenge. When you are convinced an action or habit is what you want to commit 100% to. It also doesn't surprise me that while some of my habits on my list were these picture-perfect first base-like goals, many others, like my 5 a.m. goal, were just as lofty and challenging as some of my new clients' goals. I mean, it's hard for us humans to be patient and build slowly despite what the goal-setting research stipulates. And I wasn't a wellness coach back then. That came a bit later. I'm Liz Moser, a Mayo Clinic and National Board Certified Health and Wellness Coach, and thank you for watching this vlog about 4.5 years of nightly checklists, first base goals, and home run goals. If you have any questions about this vlog, health, wellness, or wellness coaching with me, please reach out via my website at lizmosercoaching.com. Bye for now. Be well, and I will see you next week with another video.